After that, you're probably wondering, who are you and why do you randomly make strange faces at the camera? Well, I can answer the first one. I'm Elliott Lehrer, and I will be a part of Brown University's class of 2021. My main academic interests are physics, math, and computer science, but I've been exposed to a ton of other subjects that I'm really interested in, like political science, Spanish, philosophy, English, history. Which is the best part of Brown's open curriculum, is I might be able to take classes in all of that. Some things I like to do in my free time are playing with my friends, doing math competitions, playing with my dog, doing physics research, hanging out, reading a book, doing programming. Pretty regular stuff for a high schooler. Some sports I'm looking forward to playing at Brown would be Quidditch and Frisbee. Obviously, I haven't had much experience in those, but they seem fun to try. Briefly, why I think I got into Brown was a combination of academics, which, when you're applying to top institutions like Ivy League, MIT, Stanford, etc., really academics is just a bar you have to be able to pass that once ticked off don't necessarily get you any further. Even having international math awards is very far from a guarantee of admissions. You really have to demonstrate that you're going to be a person, like a whole person, not just one or two aspects of you, but a whole person that's going to contribute to and engage in the community in a way that the admissions committee is looking for. So some ways I think I showed up in that is I made a documentary about the Syrian refugee crisis and the impact that was having on Europe. I was just really interested in how the media was portraying the whole refugee situation. And so I gathered two of my friends and we traveled to Europe and made a documentary after crowdfunding, which probably not many people do. And then some other unique things about me. I worked on, at UC Irvine, whether the gamma ray excess at the galactic center could be accounted for by millisecond pulsars or whether it was dark matter annihilation. It was a big question 3 or 4 years ago. Could all these gamma ray excesses have been caused by other sources that just weren't producing the same amount of light that the equivalent mass would have? I got to work with some grad students and replicate that research of looking at NASA data, creating measurements for how many millisecond pulsars there were and how many gamma rays they would be emitting. And from that, we concluded that millisecond pulsars actually are not nearly enough to account for the gamma ray excess at the galactic center. So the current theory is still it's dark matter annihilation. So some other things about me. I speak English and Spanish fluently, at least I think I do. And then I'm a beginner and I can understand a fair amount of both Romanian and Hebrew. So if any of you guys are looking to have conversations in any of those 4 languages, feel free to hit me up. I love discussing pretty much anything from, nature of the universe to philosophy of language to politics to what really is the best movie to see on Saturday night. And I will make a spreadsheet with the pros and cons, whether or not you want me to. And so this is my dog, Cece. And what Cece and I would like to say is that if you're interested in learning more about what we're doing, plenty of things are going to be coming out soon, like what are Brown's pre-orientation programs, what is orientation like at Brown, what are the dorms. We're going to do an admissions video if you're curious more about how all these people you've seen so far have gone into Brown. There will be a ton of info on that with tons of our advice. So if you're interested, contact us. Like our videos, subscribe. That'll give you a notification whenever we upload something new. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.